my name is Margaret and welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. In today's video, we are going to be exploring Game of Thrones jewelry and in particular, Sansa Stark's jewelry. Before we get started, go down there and hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it if you want to get notified when I put out new videos. I'm also going to link this blog post down below, and I'll see if I can link it up here as well, so that you can go through and check out the different images of Sansa Stark's jewelry evolution as the seasons of Game of Thrones progress. Also, just to note, there might be some spoilers along the way because I'm not really good at editing my tongue when we're talking about Game of Thrones. So if you haven't watched the show, I'll try to keep the spoilers to a minimum. So if you are a thrifter or a reseller, you need to know what's hot and what's going on in popular culture because it can really help you step up your reselling game. Game of Thrones is huge. I mean, think sports teams, think Harry Potter houses. That's how invested a lot of people are in Game of Thrones. And this being the last season, you might see a lot more people really flying their flags of which house, which person, which beast might be the one to end up on the Iron Throne at the end of the season of Game of Thrones. So I thought we'd take a look at Sansa Stark and the jewelry and her progression over the last 8 seasons. So when we first meet Sansa, she is definitely a lady. She is definitely delicate and innocent, and her fashion and her jewelry reflect that. She wears a lot of insects, butterflies, dragonflies, and eventually she's given a sigil of the House Lannister, which is a lion, by Joffrey, but that doesn't turn out so well, as we soon learn. So by season 2, she's no longer enamored with Joffrey, but she still wears a lot of the same delicate insect jewelry with dragonflies and butterflies. So if you're thrifting, definitely keep your eye open for things like that. Winged creatures and dragonflies and butterflies and delicate insects. In season 3, Sansa starts getting a little more hopeful because she might get to become engaged to Sir Loras Tyrell, who is the Knight of Flowers. As you may know, if you watch, that does not end up happening. She ends up marrying somebody else, but before her marriage to that somebody else, she's got some more butterfly necklaces, and the one that I'm going to show is really pretty. It's got different little butterfly panels, which was really sweet. By the end of the season, she ends up getting married to Tyrion Lannister, and so she once again is sporting her Lannister sigil necklace with the lion on it. There are different houses in Game of Thrones if you don't watch the show, but knowing those different houses or sigils can help you when you're out picking things up. For example, what is dead may never die. That is the Greyjoy motto, and their sigil is an octopus. No, it's a squid. Anyway, so it is a sea creature. I think it's a squid. It's a squid, isn't it? Yeah. So in season 4, Sansa is given a necklace by someone who is an admirer of her. But it turns out that this necklace was planted on her by someone else, and it ends up being called the poison necklace, and I won't divulge any more than that, but it's really pretty. And after this point, you don't really see her wearing any more butterflies or dragonflies on the show. She becomes a little less romanticizing about her life and grasping a little more reality about the people around her. Now, this particular necklace that's called the poison necklace, I think this is a festoon necklace. I couldn't think of another word for this, but that's another really elegant, nice style. So by season 5, she has totally lost her romantic attitude towards life, and she is wearing chains and this circle that looks like a buckle. By this point, she's a lot less naive. So here's an image of the necklace that she's wearing in season 5. I think it shows up a little bit in season 4 as well, but it's a circle with a bar and then a threaded chain throughout it. So, and at the very end, it's like tipped with what they're calling a needle, but it's like a pointed, almost like a dagger point or something, an arrow point. So it becomes a lot less delicate and feminine. So by season 6, Sansa is no longer a young girl anymore. She is definitely a woman, definitely learned a lot about the world and about the people in it, and is no longer going to be had or taken in. So you don't really see a whole lot of jewelry on her in season 6, but she's wearing her Stark family's sigil is the dire wolf, which is this ginormous wolf. So it's almost more of her taking ownership of who she is again. She is a Stark. She is a dire wolf. Winter is coming, and she is not going to be fooled by the world anymore. So keep an eye out for any kind of wolf type things. So in season 7, once again, she is wearing a ring that is threaded through with a chain. It's different than the one before. This one's just a silver ring. But then she also has these, I don't know if they're brooches or they're like collar stays up here that are, again, those dire wolves for her house Stark. So it's really, season 6 and season 7 is the first time she really seems to take ownership of her being Lady Stark, the Lady of Winterfell. This is her home. This is who she is. She's really coming into who she is as a person, a really strong woman. So season 8, there's only been one episode out at this time, and she's wearing the same ring and chain necklace. So we'll keep an eye out and see if she wears any other jewelry or adornments in season 8, and I will keep you posted. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep an eye out for Game of Thrones related items, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.